Hi, welcome to Drinkosaurus, where we take ancient cocktail recipes into the modern era. My name's Matt, I'm your host, and let's get drinking. On today's episode, we're going to make another cocktail inspired by fruit. Before we get into it, let me paint a little scenario for you, and you might connect with it a little bit. You're in the grocery store, and there's a wonderful basket of mangoes, and you think, I can eat 3 of those in a week without them going bad at any point. And then you buy 3 mangoes, and then you're stuck with 3 mangoes, and you're like, oh crap, when am I going to eat these mangoes? You could eat it, but then you have to cut it, and then you have to put it in the little squares, and your fingers are going to get sticky, and that's too much to handle. So yeah, that's where I found myself. And then I thought, wait a minute, I have some Caribbean pineapple liqueur that I used in my previous episode. Maybe I can use some mangoes to create a new cocktail. And that's where this one came from. So today we're going to make a mango-inspired cocktail. But you may notice, on the table, I have the ingredients for a certain different cocktail. I have tequila, some orange liqueur, and some lime. What cocktail does that make? Answer now on your phone. That's right, a margarita. We are not going to make a margarita because, and this might be a hot take, but a bad hot take, but I am not a big fan of the margarita. I think it's overrated, just like the martini. It doesn't deserve all the bajillion Applebee's variants it gets. But I do think the spirit of the margarita, not like the spirit, but the essence of the margarita is in a good spot. So what is the essence of a margarita? Well, it follows a template called the Daisy template. The Daisy is a Mexican cocktail, and it consists of a spirit, a liqueur, and a citrus. And if you've been watching this channel, you know I don't often mix with citrus, but now I'm going to. So what we're going to do is take that Daisy template and adjust it a bit. You might have heard of the Daisy, probably not, but what does Daisy translate to in Spanish? Margarita. Wow. Isn't it weird that a Mexican cocktail is named the Daisy and then the US version of it is called the Margarita? That's a little bit backwards. I don't know how it works. I didn't research that much. So what we're going to do is swap out some of these ingredients and make a new cocktail with mango and pineapple. Let's get to it. Our goal with this cocktail is to figure out what our spirit, what our liqueur will be, and what our citrus will be. We'll start with the citrus. It's going to stay the same. It's going to stay as lime. I am going to make something Caribbean style, and I think lime fits better than orange or grapefruit or lemon. So we're going to keep the lime as is. You get to stay with us today. Orange liqueur is in a lot of cocktails. I'm not the biggest fan of orange. I think it's overrated. I sound like such a snob in this episode. I'm like, margaritas, overrated. Orange liqueur, overrated. We're gonna use pineapple. Bye. Bye. So this is a Caribbean pineapple liqueur. It has pineapple flavors and a little bit of spice. So we're gonna put that in, and we're also going to put a little bit of muddled pineapple in there. I haven't tried this drink with the muddled pineapple, but it's too good not to work, which might be my downfall, but we're gonna put a little pineapple in there and maybe garnish it with it. That would be cool. That would be cute. That'd be great. So finally, tequila. I personally find it overrated. Oh, why am I a douche? So tequila is great, but I think we're gonna be using mango, pineapple, lime. Those are all very bold flavors. I don't know if our tequila is gonna hold up to it. Usually tequila is good as a vehicle for other flavors, but I want our spirit to shine. So I'm gonna go with the generic version of mezcal. I talked about mezcal a bit more in a previous episode. It is the more generic, broad version of tequila. Tequila being a regional spirit, it's distilled in tequila, but mezcal is the broader version. So it's like sparkling wine and champagne or cognac and brandy. Mezcal, however, has a much more smoky, robust flavor, so I think it's going to really play its part with these other strong flavors. So that's the main template. We're also going to add a few more other ingredients. One of them is the previously mentioned mango, which we have here, and I just want this drink to be a little spicy. The mezcal has peppery flavors, and I think the accompanying feeling of spice will be very good there. So we're going to add some of my favorite, some Habanero Bitters. So we have mezcal as our spirit, we have a pineapple liqueur as our liqueur, and we have lime as our citrus with some other fixins. So now that we have our ingredients, let's get to mixing. now that we have all of our ingredients, let's start assembling our cocktail. So I am going to start with one pineapple. I have the pineapple liqueur. I want the mango to shine, so I'm gonna just put one of those pineapple. And I'm gonna put some bits of mango. Full disclosure, this is like the pre-cut mango that you get in the container. I recommend going fresh if you can. I just didn't have, like, the timing of getting a ripened mango just didn't line up. I'm pretty sure there's like a 3-minute window where those are ripe, which is part of the dilemma that made this cocktail anyway. So I put those in there and I'm going to muddle them. Keep in mind, the more fruit you muddle, the more water it's going to introduce into your cocktail. So just be careful because you can accidentally water it down a little bit too much. I like to muddle it when there's some stuff in there. I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to muddle it now. So I'm going to take my muddler and I'm just going to gently cause them physical harm. We don't want to kill them right away. We want them to suffer just a little bit. Ooh, they're suffering all right. This is a weird take on muddling. We're letting them do some fun activities. I'm going to share a personal story. I was trying to make a mango-based cocktail at my folks' house, and they had pre-cut mango, but it was very squishy. And it was like, they didn't have a muddler, so I tried to put it in like a citrus juicer, and it just squished out the sides. So the only way I could muddle it is taking it in my hand and just like squeezing it. And then they didn't have a strainer either, so I had to use like one of these, and it got stuck and clogged, and it... What were we doing? Oh, right, adding the mezcal. I'm gonna go with 2 ounces. I want, maybe I don't, yes, 2 ounces. In the past, I've done 1.5 ounces, and I feel like it just didn't make enough cocktail. So this might overpower it, but if it overpowers it too much, we have a backup plan. So that is 2 ounces of our mezcal. This is Vida Mezcal. It is great for mixing. It's not the best on its own, but it's like on the cheaper end, but it's also good. You can get really bad mezcal. The first one I got was awful. I don't even know what was going on with it, but it was bad. We're gonna move to the Caribbean pineapple. So I did 2 ounces of the mezcal. I'm gonna go with 0.75 ounces of the Caribbean pineapple. Is this 0.75? Yes. I don't wanna do a 2-to-1 just because this is gonna be too much pineapple. And I just want the suggestion of pineapple. In a typical margarita, the orange liqueur is actually the least populous ingredient, I guess you could say. It's mostly the lime juice. Here we're gonna go conservative with the lime. I never like to do more than a 1/2 ounce of it. So we have our lime. I'm gonna cut it. And then you get to see me do a fast motion lime juice. Here we go. That's not what you do. All right, so we have our lime juice, and I am going to proceed, oh, it's spilling. I'm gonna proceed to spill that on my lap. I've got a bit of a lime lap today. And I'm going to only add about a 1/2 ounce. Once again, I have a little bit more if we need it, but I'm pretty sure that'll be fine. The habanero bitters are, you add as much as you want it to be spicy. So I don't want it to be too spicy because that can be distracting if you want a refreshing drink and it's burning your mouth. So I'm going to do about 1/2 dropper. And then like a little bit more that doesn't actually add anything, but it feels like I'm adding something. Normally we would shake this, which we're going to do, but I just put it in here so you can see this pulpy mess and get disgusted before I convince you that this drink is tasty. So we're going to transfer it into our shaker with ice. There's ice in there. Tasty. And we're going to shake it to emulsify that lime juice and combine our ingredients. Here we go. All right, so this has a built-in strainer. Based on my story before, things are a bit pulpy in there. It's gonna clog it up. So I'm going to use my Hawthorne strainer, which will give me a little bit more options for straining. I'm also gonna do a second strain just to filter out any ice chips or fruit pulp Ooh, but that's actually coming out really nicely. So this I can kind of rotate it around, make sure I get everything in there. I am serving this in a rocks glass with a large ice cube, just because I think this drink is best chilled, so I want to keep it on the rocks so it keeps that chill. In terms of a garnish, I should have like long toothpicks, but I only have these little baby ones. So what we're gonna do is take that last piece of mango. Here we go. Oh, look at that. See, you could put like a pineapple leaf. You could do a whole bunch of cute stuff. I don't care. I'm just gonna just plop that there. And I give to you the Margarita. Nope, I don't like that name. New name, gimme.
The mango sunset?
The mango sun, no. Xango.
I like it.
We're gonna go with the Xango, because that is the name of a dessert at a restaurant once, and it's fun to say, Xango. Okay, let's taste it. Ooh, oh my gosh. Left a little piece of ice. It's a little palate cleanser. So you smell the mezcal right away. If you've ever had mezcal before, you know it's a little bit stinky. But I'm really excited to taste this with the muddled pineapple in there. That garnish is problematic. See, that's why I don't like garnishes. They bump your face. Okay. Gonna go in for a little bit more. That is tasty. It's very mezcal-y. Remember how I said before I would only add 1.5 ounces? I would stick to that. I would say the mezcal is a little bit too overpowering at the moment, but I think if we dialed it down, it would be absolutely perfect. One observation I have too, as I talked about using fresh mango before, I think fresh mango, like freshly cut mango, has a bit more flavor to it. It's a little bit more robust, and I think that would be the one adjustment to make this perfect. But it's refreshing. It's a really hot day outside, so this would be something I would be happy drinking out there. So this cocktail is an example about how you can take a fruit item and get other fruit flavors that are similar. So here we have like the lime. I'm thinking the lime and the coconut. So let me go in different order. The mango, the pineapple, and lime. And those flavors go together, and then we picked some regional flavors to go along with it with the habanero. It's hiding. Hello. The mezcal and the pineapple liqueur. To make a refreshing summer cocktail. Easy. Trying to get away. Drinkosaurus is a production of Little Giant Monsters. If you'd like to see other things we're working on, go check out our website, our other YouTube channels, our Instagram page, our Facebook, our AIM. Contact us on our AIM chat room. I miss AIM so much. Somebody gave me an email address recently and it was at AOL.com, and I was like, honey, that doesn't exist. Does it? Does AOL still exist? It does? How? I need to drink that one off. If you're interested in supporting our work, please consider doing so on Patreon, just like these amazing people. Cheers. Bink. Hey, did you know that there's a comment section below the video? If you put comments there and I see it and then I get a comment, I'll go, yay, or something. Whatever reaction that you would want, I'll do. That's all for today's episode. Keep on creating, keep on mixing, and most importantly, throw out your fucking garnish. Get out of here. All right, bye-bye.